Alright, today we're going to do a video on spring poles and spring pole setups. The most important thing I've found in a spring pole setup is for the entire system to be dynamic. And what that means is it moves when the dog pulls on it. Now, the opposite of that is a static system, which is probably what most people are familiar with, static ropes. And the difference between a static rope and a dynamic rope is a dynamic rope is designed for climbing and stretches up to 30% when it's pulled on, but it still can hold up to 5,000 pounds. Okay, these are a little bit more expensive, but you can probably find a climbing gym near you to get some old rope that doesn't necessarily meet safety standards, but could be totally fine for a dog to chew on. So everything in this system is dynamic, from the rope that he's chewing on to the spring to the rope that it's attached to up here. As you can see, everything is moving. So this allows me to put it at a height that's just above his head that he can jump up to, but once he grabs it and comes back, he's down on the ground and just chewing on it and working his neck. But as soon as he lets go of it, the system above that he's stretching down will pull it back to a height that's just above his head, and it'll make him jump for it. So this is the best workout I've been able to see for a dog in terms of like exploding off the ground, getting a full body workout, and then once he gets it down to the ground, he's able to pull with his mouth and work his neck and get a full workout. So things you'll need for this setup are some old dynamic climbing rope, different fixed points to tie your top setup to, and one carabiner. Okay, so we'll show you back up and show you the whole system. And you get a full yard tour of what happens when you move to the suburbs, which means your yard goes down to 2 dogs. And we have Jim here. He's set up in his pen. Here's our climbing rope that runs from one tree to the top fixed point for his spring pole setup. This is tied up on what's called a clove hitch. If you don't know how to tie a clove hitch, you can Google that and they'll do a good job of teaching you that. But basically what that is an adjustable knot in the middle of a rope. So that's the clove hitch. Whole system's dynamic, and the reason for that is I don't want to pull my dog's teeth out, but I want him to work his mouth, and I want him to be able to have a good full body workout. There's clove hitch for dog number 2, tied here. She's just sitting in the sun. This is Logo. And she usually doesn't even play with their spring pole unless nobody's out here to pay attention to her. She gets kind of pissed off whenever people go inside, and then she'll pull on it to get some of her aggression out. But he'll go for hours on this thing, so I only like to keep him on for 30 or 40 minutes in the morning, and then I keep that consistent. But the way everything is set up, it makes it easy for me to just go at this point right here, and I can slide the top of this spring out of this quick draw really easily whenever I'm ready to take him for his walk or feed him, or His pole doesn't stay in here permanently because he'll just keep pulling on it and keep pulling on it and keep pulling on it. So I take this out after the 30 or 40 minutes in the morning. She just periodically plays with hers, so I just leave hers in there. Alright, so that's our spring pole setup here with our 2 black dogs. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments.